Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we found out, wait a minute, the murder couldn't have taken place in Studio 1. It obviously took place in Studio 2, which means, if anything, our client's at least innocent. Now who did it? No idea, but definitely wasn't him. October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system that introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal this Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick! Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime studio was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go to talk to WP. WP Powers. WP? Powers, right. Well, I guess the first destination is the detention center. October 19th, detention center, visitor's room. Mr. Wright, you did very well today, thank you. Dude. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Ms. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at the Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares to tell her these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studio was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... And what? Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Steel Samurai ideas to him. Now everyone knows that name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I was started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global Studios. 5 years ago? Well, I guess it's off to the studio main gate. October 19th, Global Studios, main gate. You gonna say anything, madam? The old Winback sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Woo, she's alive. Okay, I guess that's one way to check if she's alive. Just pretty much say you're gonna eat her donuts. I was wondering about Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio's people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal, he's a soft pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. She couldn't. Don't let this cinnamon roll be corrupted. At least not until Ace Attorney 6, where she's in, like, what, 24? At that point, I'm sure she's been on the internet enough times to realize, wait a minute, that's what they meant all those years ago. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah, I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Ham, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen here to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Ham would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so it's impossible.
Well, I guess outside Studio 1 is our next area. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then you left from there to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Can we go... Oh, we can't actually go inside... Right, because we gave the card key to Old Windbag. Ah, hello. You're here. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick! It's Miss Vasquez! Hello? H-E-L-L-O! H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she has to say, apparently. Well, that's not enough. I want to talk to you about Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. Yeah, you did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I guess if you want to cancel the Steel Samurai, you're instantly a murderer in Maya's eyes. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If your must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Fine. Slide to the left. Not move, I want to examine. On close inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. The trailer door, it's unlocked. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty... Okay, so that's still there. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? Well, yeah, okay, so this is the same. Which means the incinerator is probably the same, but might as well check it. Incinerator, apparently it's new. Already been cleaned. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. And that's everything to inspect outside. So finally time to go to inside the trailer. Wow, we did actually have to come in here and talk by ourselves. October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Sweet. Let's go dig through the trash again. I want the trash, not the wall next to it. Nothing in here. That could be a clue. Just some papers, cups, and crumpled documents. You should uncrumple those documents. Just imagine what could be on it. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much that set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. And these are probably going to be about the movies again. Sing a Star Jack, chopping off heads. Okay, so yeah, the movies or posters are the same. Okay, well, nothing to do here. I guess next stop is the employee area. Outside Studio 1. Studio main gate. High again, but employee area. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No. Wait. No. No touching. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for the sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Perfect. So, you're looking for the traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take that plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. Just react to the sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colors, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate, found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee. With hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with the empty bottle? Oh, that bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim's jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yup, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle, found on the table in the employee area, bears jackhammer's fingerprints. Okay, well I'll just look around for a bit. The remains of the employee's lunch were scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Is there any new crazy snack in here? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum? Huh, it's so normal. Oh, we didn't get to see if there was anything new in it. Well, so move dressing room.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
What? Why? But WP's innocent.
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
What? No. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, He went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer has some kind of hold on Hammer. She has some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make Kids Show anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studio decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Path to Glory.
And this is?
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think that you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about the accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
That was easy to convince. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here in the studio back then, you know?
Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. To the old bag.
What are you still slinking around? If you like this place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She started to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
Speaking of Hammer, what happened 5 years ago? I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from? Nicholas.
Nichols?
Penny Nicholas, the assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
What whippersnappers? Dragging up the dirt of someone past like that, and recently departed no less. I suppose you think it's fun.
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Mr. Oldbeck, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes.
So, this is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Ha! I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. You aren't gonna, like, break out into super, like, Mach speed rant as soon as I hit the A button, please, right?
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag?
You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. The photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph? Well, wait a second. This
is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. So what you're saying is we should immediately go talk to Ms. Vasquez about this. So, Studio 1, you know what? We're at around the 20-minute mark. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we go talk to Ms. Vasquez about what really happened 5 years ago. So until then, bye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we found out Mr. Hammer killed a man at one point. Sure, it was an accident, but still murdered a man, so we're now gonna go find out more about this. Talk. Present. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Oldbag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hit this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversations interest me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Can we invest? Okay, we still can't look at the fence, even though we know that someone was definitely impaled on it. Well, inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was it you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were due to that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? And that's why he was doing kids show for petty change. So, I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from the rightful place at the start. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on his own accord. But, you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me, what is this all about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? Oh, think, what would it be if... Oh, it was actual murder. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what it means. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But that security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporters would need is the negatives. He could made a copy. But he didn't. Oh, but he didn't. The only copy of the photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. But what? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Okay, for a second I thought I was about to be hit with a to be continued. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. It was to be continued. So, I'm just dropping this onto the end of the previous episode since this is where it should have been. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we go into the final day of court.